Hey guys, so WWE Payback 2016 happened tonight from Chicago, Illinois, and overall it was a really good show, better than WrestleMania, and pretty much every match delivered. So let's dive right in. On the kickoff show, things started off with Dolph Ziggler taking on Baron Corbin. These two have been going at it for a while. Baron Corbin, as you may remember, caught up from NXT, wins the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania, and started into a feud with Dolph Ziggler. I expected Corbin to go over, but WWE threw in a curveball, and Ziggler ends up getting the win, kind of escapes with the victory. So it's definitely going to set up a potential rematch, maybe Extreme Rules. It was an okay match, nothing too spectacular. Corbin pretty much looked dominant throughout, but Ziggler gets the win in an escaping fashion. So there is going to be a rubber match to settle the score once and for all between these two, probably at Extreme Rules maybe. After that, it was Kalisto taking on Ryback for the United States Championship, and wow, this match was really good. It was a great kickoff match, and it should have been on the main Payback card, in my opinion. It was really good. Ton of cool spots. Kalisto really looking like Rey Mysterio 2.0 at this point, really embracing that underdog role, and he is thriving in it. Against Ryback, these two have really good chemistry. Big Ryback and little Kalisto really mesh well in the ring together. They put on a great match, and in the end, Kalisto retained the U.S. title against Ryback. This rivalry, though, has really been pretty poor in the way it's been told. Nothing really happened between these two at the WrestleMania. It just kind of felt like these two were thrown together for a kickoff show match at Payback. And I hope they move on. The match itself, though, is really good. An incredible match, but these two need to do something else because the booking for this rivalry has just been questionable, and the storyline's been pretty much non-existent. The first match on the main card was Enzo Amore and Big Cass taking on the Vaudevillains in a #1 contendership to the WWE Tag Team Championship match. The conclusion and the tournament set by the New Day to see who would challenge New Day for their titles. And scary match. A really scary incident happens. After the bell sounded, Vaudevillains and Enzo and Cass going at it. Enzo gets thrown to the ropes. His head, or his neck, hits the second rope and just, snaps back. He hits the mat really hard, just, collapses outside the ring. It looked nasty in real time. It looked nasty in slow-mo. And then they showed him briefly when the ref was checking on him. But then they had to cut away because it did not look good. The match was stopped. The medics had to come and put Enzo on a stretcher and bring him to the back. It looked terrible. It was a very scary incident. But throughout the show, they gave updates. Apparently, Enzo was able to move his extremities. He was awake. They took him to the hospital. He's been diagnosed with concussion. That's all they said during the show. So that's good news. Nothing too serious. But scary incident happening at Payback with Enzo. Hopefully he's okay. And I don't know what they're going to do with the tournament now. I guess they're going to award it to the Vaudevillains since Enzo could no longer compete, and this will get the Vaudevillains could use this to their advantage if WWE wants to go that way by saying they took out Enzo, as Enzo and Cass are probably the most over tag team in WWE right now, and by having the Vaudevillains continually mention how they took out Enzo, that could get them major heat and get them over as major heels. So scary incident, but WWE could use it to their advantage. After that, it was Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, and match of the night in my opinion. Really, really great match. These two had great chemistry. Wherever they go, Ring of Honor, NXT, and now on the main roster in WWE. Fantastic match. Match of the night stole the show. Kevin Owens gets the win. I was expecting Sami Zayn to get the win, but I can't complain. I like Kevin Owens a lot. He got the win, and after the match, he cut a promo with Byron Saxton saying how he's going to get his Intercontinental Championship back. So he stayed out for the next match, which was Cesaro versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. And he did commentary. It was phenomenal commentary. And the match between Miz and Cesaro was really good as well. So aside from the opening match between Vaudevillains and Enzo and Cass, Payback was on a roll at this point. Miz and Cesaro had a really good match. okay ending, kind of a distraction finish that let the Miz pin Cesaro to retain the title. But during the distraction actually came when during the match, Sami Zayn came back out and attacked Kevin Owens while he was on commentary, and then things just got crazy. All four of these guys started going at it, and it looks like it's going to be like a fatal four-way Intercontinental Championship match between these four guys, possibly at Extreme Rules, and I cannot wait to see that. After that, it was Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho. Another really great match. Payback was delivering tonight. Ambrose and Jericho, great match. Good in-ring chemistry. Ambrose looking resilient. Jericho looking like the cocky, arrogant heel. They played their roles perfectly. And Ambrose gets the much-needed win. He hadn't won at a pay-per-view since the Royal Rumble. So glad to see my boy Dean Ambrose represent Cincinnati and get that win over Chris Jericho tonight. It's probably going to continue into Extreme Rules, I would think, before they part ways for the summer. So I don't know what kind of stipulation it would be at Extreme Rules. Maybe no disqualification match, probably a street fight playing off Ambrose's hardcore gimmick. And they could also reference Jericho's time in ECW. I don't know, but I'd like to see more between these two guys. And I think we've only just touched the surface of what they can do. And after that, it was the Women's Championship match between Natalya and Charlotte. And a surprise, Bret Hitman Hart was in the house. He accompanied Natalya to the ring, so he was in Natty's corner. Ric Flair, of course, was in his daughter Charlotte's corner. And this was a really good match until the end, which was stupid. Made no sense to me. So the Montreal Screwjob, 1997, famous incident in WWE, or infamous incident in WWE history. So when we have Bret Hart back out, let's just relive it. They had a Screwjob finish. Charlotte had Natalya in the sharpshooter, doesn't tap, and immediately the referee, Charles Robinson, rings the bell, hands the belt to Charlotte, and then runs off. Really came out of nowhere. Stupid decision. I did not like it. I would have been perfectly fine if Ric Flair interfered or Charlotte just won clean. Make Natalya look strong on defeat, but this was stupid. I mean, come on. Well, I don't know why they did that. It ruined what was a good match for me. After the match, Bret had Ric Flair in the sharpshooter and Natalya had Charlotte in the sharpshooter, but it doesn't matter. The Screwjob finish kind of ruined the match. After that, it was Vince McMahon came out to see who would control Monday Night Raw, and the crowd was not having this segment. They're chanting CM Punk, this is boring, they're doing the what chant. They did not care for this at all, and the payoff for this segment was kind of anticlimactic, as Vince said that both Shane and Stephanie would be in control of Raw. So, yeah, it just kind of seemed like a waste of time. I don't get why they just couldn't do this on Raw as like a hook to why you should tune into Raw instead of having a whole segment devoted to it on a pay-per-view. I don't get it, but whatever. Shane and Stephanie are both in control of Monday Night Raw. Following that, it was the main event. Roman Reigns defending his WWE World Heavyweight Championship against AJ Styles. This was a really, really good match. It had to be restarted twice because of a countout, so Shane came out and restarted the match, and then there's a disqualification ending, so Stephanie came out and restarted the match, so there was no DQ, no countout in the end. Gallows and Anderson got involved. The Usos got involved. It was a fun, exciting match. I really had no idea who was going to win. I thought that maybe Gallows and Anderson would turn on Styles, but then I thought they could also help Styles. I thought Finn Balor might debut and make a huge impact, but he did not. The match itself was really good. Styles and Reigns worked really well together. Reigns was getting booed out of the building. Styles was getting cheered. So interesting dynamic. I mean, really not a big shocker to anybody, but it didn't really sound like Reigns was even get the kids cheers, unless the boos were just that strong, drowning him out. But Reigns is drowning in boos, so I guess WWE is going to continue with this tweener phase with them. I think they should make him a full-fledged heel, but, it's not my decision. But overall, the match was really good, and it capped off what was a really, really good pay-per-view in general, aside from the Enzo injury incident in the beginning. This pay-per-view was really good, way better than WrestleMania in my opinion, and definitely one you should check out. Pretty much every match delivered. And aside from the injury and then that stupid Screwjob finish with the Women's Championship match, it was a really good show. It's going to be interesting to see where WWE goes from here. Extreme Rules is right around the corner. I think it's in 3 weeks. so they don't have that much time to build up. So they're going to have to probably continue these feuds. See what I wonder what they're going to do with the Tag Team Championship tournament, and then I want to see what they're going to do with the Bullet Club. I mean, come on. They got gold here. It's going to happen sometime. Is Reigns going to turn heel? Or is he going to turn face? Or stay face? Or a tweener? I don't know. Hopefully the heel turn. And hopefully Ambrose gets pushed to the moon. I mean, come on. He's my boy, Cincinnati Zone. So I'd like to see that happen. And yeah. So Payback 2016. Definitely check it out. Good show. I give it 2 thumbs up. No complaints from me. Solid show overall. And yeah, if you like this video, feel free to give it a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Twitter at Cincy Fan Zone. I live tweet during various WWE events such as Raw, pay-per-views. I also live tweet during sporting events like Reds games, Bengals games, FC Cincinnati games, Cincinnati Cyclones games, and a whole lot more. So follow me on Twitter. It's also the easiest and fastest way to get updates about the Cincy Fan Zone website. And speaking of the Cincy Fan Zone website, check it out at cincyfanzone.blogspot.com. I write weekly blog posts for it. I have pictures up there. Every autograph in my autograph collection's up there. Every bobblehead in my bobblehead collection's up there. I write weekly blog posts for it. And every video from my YouTube channel is over there as well. So give it a look. You can click that link on the screen or click that link in the description below. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.